We are talking all things music with the king himself. This is BHL's Next.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Live. Next.
What's up, everybody? This is BHL's Next. Happy Sunday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm here with the one and only king.
What's goody? What's goody?
How are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Love the accent, guys. Like, you have to teach me, like, I don't know, because I want to come out to Europe, you know, London.
So you're gonna have to learn how to say something.
Like, you guys have really great, like, slangs and...
Yeah, our slang's pretty similar to Canada.
Really?
Yeah. So it's
like right now, before we got our tea, you said, yeah, if I can be a little cheeky. I was like, wait, cheeky?
Do you guys not say cheeky?
We don't say cheeky here.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, oh, that's so amazing.
But you know what it means, right?
What does it mean? It just seems like, tell me, explain.
So cheeky is like, if you want to ask something that might be just a little bit.
Like I'm not trying to be rude, but can I?
It's in between there, but it's not rude. Yeah. Wow. So it's like, I don't want to be cheeky, but can I get a...
I'm gonna start using this in my everyday dialect.
You just gotta be a little bit cheeky.
Yeah.
Always.
I don't want to be a little cheeky, but can I?
But
what are some things that you've learned from being out here in the States that we say, like something that you've never heard until you came out here?
Because we get a lot of American TV, I always hear them, but a lot of people say bet.
Bet.
So when I first came, I didn't know what bet meant. I was like, what do you mean bet? Like, oh yeah, I'm on my way. All right, bet.
I bet. Yeah.
Like, bet what? I literally asked that once. I was like, yo, bet what? He's like, no, bet. Just bet. I was like, what does it mean?
It's like, okay.
Yeah. I loved it though.
That's funny.
Loved
okay. Yeah, another one?
What else? When I was in, one of my friends in New York, he was like, OD.
OD.
And I was like,
oh, that's
what
OD.
does that even mean?
It's
like,
extra. It's over the top.
And he just said, like, he was messaging on Instagram. He's just like, OD. It just means OD. And he started putting OD. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, what's OD?
Like it's like, yeah, it could be extra. It's crazy. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's OD.
So now I use that a lot. I'm just like, oh, that's OD.
You're going to come back home and people are going to be like, what are you even saying?
I know. I used to live with a guy who was from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So like I started just saying dope and like words like that, but in my own accent, obviously. But
yeah,
just pick up
that's
words.
Dope.
Yeah,
we did. America has definitely come up with our own words. You know, because swag used to be the thing.
Yeah.
Remember how swag had took over?
It's like drip now.
Yeah, drip.
Yeah,
drip is the new swag, huh?
We say that.
Yeah, I know. What's you guys is like OD or what's you guys is?
That's mad or like.
Say it again.
That's mad.
That's mad?
Yeah, that's wild. That's mad. Like, if someone's acting a bit crazy, it's like you're moving mad.
You're moving mad. That is crazy. I like it. We might have to switch, like, slang for a day.
Listen, I'm with it. I gotta learn a few more, though.
Yeah, you do. I'm trying to think, if I think of it throughout the show, like, things that,
cool, for sure.
You need to learn. I got you.
Bet,
I'm your teacher. Bet! Exactly. Bet. You got it. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about your music. The Night Shift EP is what you came out with in 2016.
For sure.
And tell me a little bit about this project. This is your first project. So now looking back, what are your thoughts and feelings about this?
That's a good question. I mean, it was an amazing time. I was already creating a project. And what happened was I came to LA. My first trip to LA was then.
In 2016?
Yeah, so
you're kidding.
I backpacked. I didn't know anyone in LA at all. So I literally just jumped on a plane. I came out and I was like, I'm just gonna see what it's like and make contacts and build friends and shit.
On your own?
Yeah. So
what did your parents or what did your friends think? They're like, are you crazy?
No, it was cool. They were very encouraging.
Really?
Yeah, they were just like, you're brave, like to just go out there by yourself without knowing
anybody.
But I think it's always a case of if you want something, you can't wait for other people to give that to you. You gotta go and get it yourself. So,
definitely.
I came out and I was just so inspired because where I come from, R&B is not as celebrated as it is here.
Hey.
So it was like when you used to say, "Oh, you do R&B," they're like, "Oh, that doesn't really work here." But out here, it was like, "You do R&B," they're like, "What? Oh my God!" Like,
yes.
And I was like, "Cool, that it filled me up with like a new kind of energy." So when I got back, I literally just scrapped my project and I was like, "Okay, let's go again." And about a couple of weeks later, we came out with the Night Shift, and it was just a different vibe, a different energy. and there was just a different level of confidence to the sound and just being free and just doing my own thing. So with the night shift, it's just like one stream of a thought for me of being intimate and enjoying that intimacy, and also the two part of it is working late night in the studio. So the night shift is actually
Your life.
yeah, I'm always on the night shift. Like, it's like, yo, Jay, what you doing? I'm on the night shift. I'm working through the night in the studio. And it's just like kind of half and half. You're either in the night shift on the studio or you're on the night shift with the person you're interested in. So it's both of them.
That's crazy. And so after the night shift, you put out, singles in between,
Yeah.
up to what we're going to talk about now, which is your new single. But what was that process like of, putting out this EP and then, being able to put out more music and trying to figure out like your sound and where you wanted to go with your music career?
I guess it's always a journey. It's always a journey of development and recreating yourself. And
I know. Speaking of that, because up until 2018, you changed the name from Jordan King to just King.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was that like?
It was, I had to take a break. I think from 2012 is when I started doing music. And from then I was consistently just going at it. And I think it was a case of when you love something a lot, you can tend to become consumed in it and not have balance.
And not kind of see it from the outside
Yeah.
looking in, definitely.
And just have balance in terms of having enjoying life and enjoying the journey. So for me, it was just like, okay, step back, take a minute. Just
to live in the moment.
Yeah, live in the moment, enjoy life. I went traveling.
Where'd you go?
So I've been all over the place. So obviously I came to the US. I was in France. I was in, where'd I go? Spain. I just went all over. Like I was in Rotterdam. So I kept moving around quite a bit in Europe and just kind of just enjoying the vibes, making new friends.
Yeah.
And just finding out stuff that I like to do outside of doing music and things that are attached to a goal.
What were some of those things that you found out that you liked or enjoyed doing?
Boxing. So I started doing boxing.
You're kidding.
That was a vibe. Yeah. I started doing boxing. That was a vibes. That's something we say. That's a vibe.
That sounds like that's another thing. It's a vibe.
That's a vibe. So boxing, I started just chilling with family and friends more, going to like shows and gigs, and baking. Actually, I like baking a lot.
What? What can you bake?
I make the best apple crumble.
Wow, and there was no apple crumble when I came into the studio today.
I know,
wow.
right?
And you make the best apple crumble?
We gotta make that happen next time though.
Please, because like my favorite dessert is apple pie.
You're
so I feel like
lying.
that's
Okay, it's on.
Yeah, you make the best apple crumble?
100%.
What?
100%. Hands down.
That's
No one's
crazy.
touching
But I like that you're saying that you're taking a break, because I feel like people don't do that. They're just so like head on, like I need to do this, and that.
Yeah.
And then after that, that break that you took, did that help you discover what sound you wanted to do next?
It was like,
or what what you wanted to tap into?
I guess in the break, it made me realize that I wasn't being completely genuine. So not in a sense where I was pretending to be who I was, but I wasn't giving all of who I was to people. So that's where King came into it. It was like, okay, graduate from where you are now and take it to another level. And in the name, the V instead of the I in King is it's a sign for 5, Roman numeral 5, standing for the 5 senses. So the 5 senses, obviously smell, touch, taste. It's just to make sure that people are always feeling me and understand me on a whole level of all 5, rather than I'm just giving half of myself to them. So yeah, that was really what it's about. And I always loved R&B, so it was just more so experimenting within the realms of R&B and creating something that's really honest and open and kind of really genuine to me.
Yeah. It's crazy that you say how much R&B is celebrated out here in the States and not so much where you're from, because you have these amazing artists that, Americans celebrate, like Adele, and we're going to get into like LMA in a minute. And, you have the Duffys of the world. You have so many people and Amy Winehouse that tap into this R&B sound. So how were you able, or who were your inspirations to, get you into this genre?
My inspirations did come a lot from the stateside. I think you'd have like MJ. MJ was a big inspiration for me. Who else was a big inspiration? I would say like you've got Justin Timberlake, Usher. You've got T-Pain. T-Pain was a massive influence for me.
That's crazy, because and I think that's so funny, because out here I feel R&B, depending on who you are or what you listen to, you might only go for one style of R&B. You know what I mean? You might go for an R&B that has a little bit of rap in it, like the T-Pains or like the Tory Lanes of the world, or you can want more soulful R&B that's like more like a music soul child, or
Yeah.
But I feel because of you guys having this, I guess this inspiration from our side, you guys are able to incorporate all the different sounds of R&B
Yeah.
and kind of,
I
not
guess-
just like tapping into one and kind of like embracing all different types of R&B.
Yeah, I guess in England, like R&B is a melting pot of just everything.
Everything.
Where when I realized when I started to come here, you guys break it down into
Into
so
like
many
neo
different
soul
subcategories.
is different
yeah.
than and it's all
Yeah,
R&B
rhythmic,
essentially.
this.
Yes, exactly.
And I never understood it at first. I was like, what's rhythmic and what's this? And I was like, when it was broken down to me, I was like, wow, like R&B is so segmented.
Yes.
So when we get it, and I guess we're lucky in that sense, in terms of from a development perspective, there's no bias. It's just
Exactly, and no
everything's
boundaries.
R&B.
You guys can just go
Yeah.
and like, oh, I like this sound and this is what I want to
Yeah.
put out there.
So everything from James Brown to her, like I would listen to.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? But I think that played a big part in my development, and I listen to lots of other stuff outside of R&B as well. But my love is R&B, and it's just kind of creating something that's really specific to me
Yes.
and kind of just very original.
Yeah. So speaking of R&B, speaking of music, let's get into your new single, FaceTime. So tell me, how did you come up with this song?
Oh, FaceTime. When we was creating it, so me and my guy RB Keys, who's the co-producer of the record, he must have brought a skeleton of the track over, and this was still while I was in my break, and he was like, "Oh, I got this track." I was like, "Okay, cool, check it out," and it was dope. That's the minute I heard it. It had this kind of early '90s kind of influence, and I was like, "Oh, this is a vibe." And literally, like within a day or two, we had the skeleton of the track ready, and it was just like, "Yeah, this is something special." Basically, FaceTime for me, the song, it's about distance. It's about in our day and age, which is a bit different to back then, where people used to actually go out and meet each other a lot more than now. Where when you want to be close to someone and all you can do is be on a FaceTime, it's just
Yeah.
kind of it was kind of just displaying that level of intimacy and how to kind of being close but never close enough. So it's the FaceTime.
That's perfect.
Yeah, closest
Perfectly
you can be
put.
on FaceTime.
Yeah. Wow. So are we going to get a visual for FaceTime soon?
I'm working on a project right now, so I'm not too sure if we'll hit a visual. But as the song comes on, as the love comes through, we'll decide whether we'll run a visual or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I know, because I'm like, you don't have that many visuals. Why is that?
No, I'm concentrating on the music. I think my focus right now is the music.
Yeah.
Obviously, streaming is a really big part of music right now.
Definitely.
So I'll definitely have visuals from the project. But for right now, as I've obviously changed the name and stuff, I really want people to just connect with the sound and understand that and just see where the fans are first. And then we'll start giving out the visuals, depending on obviously what songs are really taken by the fans.
All right. Well, you know what? We do have one visual, and that is for your song, Be the Man. So before we play it, just give us a little, set us up real quick of what we're about to see and what this song means to you.
Okay. Be the Man was from my debut EP, The Night Shift. So this one's all about taking charge. It's all about taking control and being the man. So, it's your boy King, and this is my single, Be the Man.
Okay, let's check it out.
Don't worry about your hair, girl. Came here to please. Love the way you smile when it's time to take the lead and look me dead in the eye when you get down on your knees. No, cause you feel the same, so we don't really have to be trying to play these games like
You know what's crazy is that I have never understood, like, I feel like people in the UK have it just so, like, much better. I just don't know how you guys are able to have, like, this great accent and then you guys can, like, switch it off. Like, I can't even tell when you guys are singing. It's like some type of magic.
It's just that we're so inspired by and influenced by over here. Like, that's all we hear in terms of R&B. So I guess naturally, that's just the way it happens. It's not something we
you have to think
doing
about. I know
at
it's
all.
just but do you find that interesting?
I think it's
that
crazy.
you right
I think it's
that
crazy.
you essentially sound, I guess, American. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you sing.
There's still differences, but there's not that much differences. I always think that with Canadians as well, it's the same thing. It's
Yeah.
just like, we all obviously gravitate to that way of singing.
Yeah.
But I like it. I don't think I would put like a crazy British accent on my singing because I don't know if it would sound nice to me. But
You should do it. You
I
should
don't
be
know,
the
I
first.
might try it once and see how it sounds. But yeah, nah, it's natural. It's very much natural.
That's so awesome. Okay, so set us up. What are we gonna be looking forward to in 2019?
So 2019, I'm going to be releasing a new EP.
Okay.
Definitely working on it at the moment. So I'm back and forth in the States and all over, just working with some amazing producers.
Do you work with a lot of producers back at home too?
Yeah, so I
Yes.
work with a lot of producers. Main ones I work with are SM and RB Keys, the one who co-produced.
Okay.
SM actually produced Be The Man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, shout out to him. For real.
Okay.
So yeah, no, some amazing producers in the UK that I'll be working with and over here as well.
Yeah.
And basically, just letting the music lead. Definitely is going to be a project, so it's just letting the music lead and seeing where it takes us in terms of the whole flow of the project. I'm not trying to overly control it. I'm just trying to let the music take the stand.
And I heard that you know, take some liking to LMA
Yeah.
and how she's kind of evolved as an artist essentially. And shout out to her. I think she just actually won Best New Artist at the H.E.R. Music
Yeah,
Awards
she's
too.
killing it. She's
killing it.
Yeah, it's
So-
nice to see. It's inspiring to see, not just for me, but for all the others in the UK that are doing the same thing as me.
Yes. Who are the people like that? Because you know, in America, of course, we have all these artists, but who are the people in the UK that you guys essentially like praise, that are, you know, that we praise as well, that we share the same share the same love, should I say?
What, in terms of artists?
Yes.
So obviously we've got the Adeles and stuff, but more so within R&B.
Like who's somebody that I guess, or maybe you know what, who's somebody that we praise that's actually not as big like in the UK that's really big out here?
As an American actor?
Yeah. Because do they play LMA that much in the UK?
Yeah,
They
still
do?
play her. I think she gets a lot more love here in terms of radio play, but she gets played heavily. When she was actually top of the charts here, she wasn't in England, which was crazy for us. Like,
You're kidding.
why are you top song in the world, but you're not top song here?
That is interesting.
And that was the crazy dynamic of
R&B.
R&B being supported in the UK. So we talk about that a lot.
Which is so crazy because when, you know, we look at these documentaries and new movies that, you know, show the James Browns and everything, how much when they toured over there in the UK, how much the audiences like went crazy. More crazy than they do out here. And this is where, you know, essentially we celebrate it. It's
Yeah.
just the weirdest thing.
I guess it's always hard to get love from your hometown. And I think coming here have made me understand that even people here have that same issue.
Exactly.
I mean, you might have to go to another state to get love, and then
Or even another country.
or another country. Yeah. So
Yeah, because I've known like R&B artists that they're okay here, but they go to somewhere like a Japan or Tokyo, and they're you know,
massive.
they're huge.
Massive.
I'm like, you're popping in Tokyo, but not out here. Like,
Yeah, one of
you
my
know?
biggest fan bases in Australia. So,
You're kidding.
And I've never been to Australia. That flight is far.
Yeah, you need to go to Australia.
I will go.
You're
Definitely
gonna
be
go?
going. Yeah, I'm definitely planning
That's the
to
next
go.
place that you need to go on
For
a
sure.
trip.
For sure. Once we got the project done, definitely
Yeah?
going to be making tracks there.
That's crazy. That's interesting.
So it's beautiful to know that the internet is just such an amazing place that
And that's another thing
the
too.
work can reach that far.
Anyone, you know what I mean? Anybody can tap into you no matter where they are.
Yeah, for real.
But that's also interesting too, because then you have people in realms that you've never even, or places you've never even been to, that are singing along with your music.
It shows you that music is a
Powerful.
universal language.
Yeah.
Like, no matter if you even speak the language, you can just understand the feeling. So, yeah, man, I feel blessed to be able to do that and connect with people on that level.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So the new EP, when shall we be expecting? Like middle of this year, end of this year?
We're looking at end of this year right
Yeah.
now. I can't say too much. Obviously,
Yes.
there's still a lot of work to be done.
Honestly, I feel like the end of this year is tomorrow because the time has moved so fast. I feel like we were in January. I always feel January is
was
such
January
a long.
yesterday.
I feel like it's such a long month, and as soon as January is over, we're just flying through the rest of the month.
No, for real. For real. I feel like January had like 100 days.
Right? Okay, I'm not the only one.
No,
I always
for
feel like
real.
January is so excessively long.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the months are just
Flies
like,
by.
like literally, I think we only have 2 weeks left of March, and it's right.
Don't remind
April.
me. Deadlines are approaching, man. But, you know what I mean? You got to
So
enjoy
spring
it.
and summer is about to be here.
Yeah,
No more
for real.
winter.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm good
So
with
what
no
is
more
so
winter.
set it up for me? What is London like in the spring and summertime?
It's cold.
It's cold.
For most part, it's cold.
Even in the summer.
Like, we get...
What's your guys' summer?
I guess we'll get like 2 weeks, if that, of like sun sometimes. So it depends. Obviously, with the global warming stuff, like
Yeah.
the times are changing, but we'll get like a spurt of sun. but then it would just
but
be
the
kind
rest
of
of it's just
mild.
very like gray all the time.
Yes, it's very mild on average. It's not that hot. It's not a really a hot place. That's not what it's for. But I love the heat. So I'm always.
So where do you? So where do you go? So when you need to like,
My
okay,
house.
I can't do this gloomy weather. I need to go get some sun. Where do you go? Or what's like the closest thing? Because you know us, we can go if we really want to go to some heat and some fun in the sun. We can go to Vegas. So like, what is you guys' Vegas?
I would say where I would usually fly if I wanted sun would probably
But
be
not,
like
somewhere that's not too far. I guess.
Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah, so it's only like a couple of hours out.
Really?
Yeah. Luckily enough. So that's more of a hot place. In times when it's cold in England, you can go there. Other than that, I'm at home with the heating, in the studio with the heating, like legit.
Doing the night shift.
Legit. That's
Okay,
it.
with the heat on.
With the heat on.
Okay.
The heat has
I'm
to always
feeling
be
it.
on.
I'm feeling it. So speaking of music and LMA, like we were talking about earlier, another artist, like we were saying, H.E.R, is actually about to put out a new album. She mentioned it,
Ready
which
for
is
it.
crazy because she just put out her first debut album. I feel like that was yesterday too.
She
Time
keeps
is
working.
flying, right?
She keeps working.
What do you think about her sound?
She's beautiful, man. Like the sound is
and she
beautiful.
is somebody like you who's reinvented herself because
Yeah.
she was Gabby Wilson. Everybody knew her face. Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
now she came out and rebranded herself with the glasses and the whole mysterious
Mm-hmm.
look to her that made people like, ooh, who is this person? What does she even look
Yeah,
like?
I love that though.
Which is cool because that's all the only thing you focused on was her sound.
Yeah. And I think I took a lot of influence from that. I definitely
Really?
did. Yeah, definitely. Because you come to appreciate the sound. And if the sound is great, it will shine. And I think that's what it's done is that the sound is so great that you can appreciate that alone. And then now that you're starting to get visuals and starting to see her a bit more, it's more of a treat and you more appreciate the
Kind of
whole
like The
ensemble.
Weeknd. The Weeknd
Yeah,
was like that
exactly.
for a while too.
Exactly. And it's nice in this day and age where there's not a lot of that. There's a lot more lights and cameras more than the sound. It's nice to actually just hear quality music.
Yes. Appreciate it more, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
So, guys, be on the lookout for LMA. She was actually in the studio with Ty Dolla $ign too.
Yeah,
you like Ty?
no,
He's amazing.
Ty's the guy,
I think
man.
that if you like R&B, that
One day.
Ty Dolla $ign is somebody who knows how to just play with all sounds
Yeah.
and textures of R&B. You know what I mean? And
He's
put his
very
own
talented.
style onto like anything that he puts into an R&B track works.
Yeah, he's just free. Like when I hear him, I just hear freedom. Like it doesn't matter what the genre may consist of.
Really, like
It's just-
he can get on a very like a pop song, like with the Fifth Harmony girls, and
And
then
do
he
his
can
thing.
and do his thing, and then he can just go, or he can hop on a track with like Kendrick or like Khalid. It's just like there's no
Yeah,
boundaries.
it's a lot of range. There's a lot of range. I love that. I love that about him. And I think that puts him in a very unique space.
Definitely, which
not
is
be
good because I
pigeonholed.
feel like a lot of and that's why when you were saying that, a lot of R&B artists out here are kind of like put in a box. Like, okay, what kind of R&B do you sing? Because it's categorized. I feel like when you listen to an artist, sometimes you don't see them grow as much out here because they've already been so into one sound. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I guess you got to drown out the noise. And I
And
think
it's like,
that's
and then
important.
certain times, like where you're so into this one sound, it's hard for you to put on another album and have everybody,
Yeah.
onto the sound because they might have moved on to something else.
Yeah, and I think that's important with while I'm creating. That's why I'm obviously traveling around and connecting with other people because I wanna broaden the sound. I'm always like, yo, to the producer, I'm like, they're like, what do you want? I'm like, yo, I'm wide open. Just play me stuff and let's see where it goes. As opposed to kind of really trying
Honing
to
in on
control
one
it.
side, yeah,
like control everything. Just let the music lead. And when you do that, you see it flourish because music's so free flowing. So yeah,
I love that. I'm so excited for you. And then, so speaking about, London and the weather. So I'm going into our next segment, which is, what's trending next or nah. So right now, Vogue have put out this article saying that 2019 men's fashion, the next thing that you guys are about to tap into is animal print.
For real?
Yeah. They said that the animal print is coming back, and this is what you guys are going to read. Like, the street style for the men in 2019 is going to be animal print. Ladies have already taken, look.
Killing it.
Look,
Killing
ladies
it.
have already kind of, like, gone on this way, but for men, we're really going to see you guys tap into this animal print. What do you guys,
I'm
what do
with
you
it.
think?
I'm with it.
And
I'm
you
with
would
it.
know, I feel like UK fashion is way better than,
Really? You think that?
you guys are, like, so much more stylish.
I guess like
Even like people in
Europe.
Australia, I just feel like they just dress like their street style is just so much more.
I think everyone's got a unique style here, though.
You
That's
think
what I've
so?
seen. Like you can do anything and just be in your own box, which is cool. But I definitely think we dress well in England.
You guys
We
dress
dress
so
well,
like
we try, you know.
swaggy, like all the time, like the coats and like even as far as like you guys wear joggers, like you know, it's just always just like
Joggers.
look joggers, look, see,
I love that.
honestly,
I love that.
that sounded really American. I'm
Did it?
like really proud.
That was like 10
Yeah,
out of 10.
joggers. Yeah.
Joggers. I love that. I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
you guys pull off a lot of style. I feel
thank
like,
you.
but people have told me that, like, people who are from here that have traveled to the UK, they always say, like, if you go out there, you're going to be like, damn, they dress way better than us.
Wow. I think it's the cold swag. Like, I would definitely say it
I
was
guess you
harder
guys
to
have
dress
seasons,
out
too.
here.
Yeah.
Because it was hot. And I was like, yo, I'm wearing jumpers. I'm like, I can't wear a jumper. But I'm
Yeah.
like, I ain't got no cool tops. So we definitely have a lot more of a winter swag.
That's
out there.
why.
Like, our winter
the
swag is
layers
cold.
and everything is.
Yeah. When it's hot, you don't know what to wear. But when it's cold, we got the jackets. We got everything. Like, I love
Yes.
my jackets. So.
And the jeans, like, you guys got it down.
Thank
But that's
you.
why people come out there for Fashion Week. Like, nobody care about LA Fashion Week out here.
man.
You know that? Like,
So
LA
shopping spree
Fashion
in
Week
London,
out here
yeah?
is not like New York, yes, but you know, out here, nobody like LA fashion. Nobody really cares about LA fashion.
I never knew that. I actually
Yeah,
never
no. New York fashion, yes, but LA Fashion Week is like kind of like nobody cares.
So we got to do a shopping spree in
yeah,
London.
like
then
you've
when you
never
come.
seen celebrities like, hey, like I'm here for LA Fashion Week. You probably do, but it's not a big.
But it's not a big thing.
No, it's not
Okay.
celebrated because you know in New York you have all the designers too. You know,
Yeah, New York's big for fashion though. New York's always been a big place for
so
fashion.
that's why.
New
That's why
outlets
when you
and
said
stuff.
that you're gonna go, you know, he's gonna be in New York, ladies and gentlemen, soon. When you
Most
go, I feel like you're gonna like it because it's gonna have like little parts of London, but you know, then again, London is not really.
I mean, it's gonna be busy. Like it's gonna be busy. I like seeing different places no matter what. So I know that I've been told that it's like a bigger version of London. So
Yes.
I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like cold and it's gonna be everyone's gonna be upset on the trains and stuff. So when I start thinking about that stuff, I'm like, but I definitely think it's gonna be cool to meet different creatives from there.
That's true.
That's where I'm like really excited about.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm excited for you. And you're going to go in the summer. So, guys, if you're going to be in the New York area around the summertime,
For sure. And we're
Tap
trying to
in with
schedule some
King.
performances as well.
yeah.
So.
Oh, look.
New
Tap
York is definitely
in.
fun.
Tap
For sure.
in. You should probably go to SOBs. That's like the main place where all these artists, you know, they
me and-
start there
yeah.
and then take off.
Me and Dee were talking about it, so we're trying to make something happen. So
You should.
Yeah.
You should. And then you know what? I haven't been to New York in a minute. I might have to come out there.
let's make it happen.
You
and
know?
then London, right?
Then London.
That's
But then
it.
I'm gonna have to. If I go to London, I have to figure out these outfits because I just want to like come. You know.
Do you know what?
Ready.
If you start in New York
Okay.
and go shopping in New York, we'll be ready for London
Okay.
because you have the coats and stuff. you know what I mean? Be
Exactly. I
warm.
need to be. Yeah. I need to
be
be
swaggy.
ready. I need to
Yeah.
be swaggy when I get out there.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I have to have my lingo down, like down when I come out there.
Nah, we'll be good. I'll make sure you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Look, I'm like, not to be a little cheeky, but can I ask you, is my outfit cute?
Is that your British accent? Yeah.
No, my British accent is not. Let
Alright,
me
come on.
see. Okay, before we go, let's see. I don't even know what's a Brit like. Isn't there different dialects or different accents within the UK?
Yeah, there's loads of different ones, just like here. Like in London, different parts of London.
So what is your accent?
So I would just be like,
Because it says British, and then what is the what?
this
is,
would just be a London accent.
this is
like,
London
this
accent.
Is just London.
What's a
Like,
British accent?
You would have like a posh English accent, which would be a bit more like the Queen. So well spoken, like really well spoken.
So that's like what Prince Harry and them. They,
Yeah. So that's a really well spoken English accent.
It's a really well spoken.
That's it.
That's
really good.
Is it?
That's really good.
Is it?
That's actually really good. Like wow.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
one more time.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is Rhelin and this is Black Hollywood Live. Yeah?
That's not too bad.
Really?
That's actually not too bad. I think that's the best one I've heard since I've
Really?
been here. No cap.
You know Nicki Minaj does it a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Is hers British? Or is
It-
her London?
No, hers is well spoken British. She tries to, yeah.
Yeah?
And then Drake more so
I know, how
like he would be more so just a London like
London?
street speak.
Because
like,
yeah, London is more like a little more,
yeah, that's
it's
where
more city, right?
yeah, that's where Toronto and us like we speak very similar because our slang comes from the same place, like from the Caribbean islands and stuff. So the influence.
Speaking of that, the Caribbean islands, before we go too,
Mm-hmm.
you guys have a lot of new artists from the UK that are tapping into this like Caribbean sound.
Yeah.
That's bananas.
Like
Like
the
it's
Afro swing.
crazy. There's this one that I'm listening to now. There's a group, I guess they're called Western.
Yeah, Western.
I
Western's
love
cold.
them. I love them. I love
That's
that.
dope.
I love it. I'm like,
No.
oh my gosh. Like, yes, you guys are like, as I'm telling you, like UK is tapping into every sound and doing it.
Do you know what? That's
Hip hop
beautiful.
too.
Big up Western, because do you know what? It's nice to hear that the sounds are reaching
Yes.
over and crossing over, and they're being appreciated. Like and I think it's good for them to hear it as well.
Yeah.
Because when you're creating, it's nice to know. Okay, just be
Okay,
free.
so at least somebody is listening to me, or like who's listening to me? But you know,
it's just that it's catching a vibe and people
Yeah.
are connecting. And that's the thing.
but that's what you were saying. Music is such a universal language that
Yeah.
everybody just loves it.
Yeah, no, for real. There's so much talent in the UK, and definitely
So much.
the more that crosses over and the more that just makes successes. Obviously, like LMA, they've opened up a door for so many more now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's exciting times.
I know, and I'm excited for you, King. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media so they can get all the news, all the latest updates, and maybe tap into you with you when you're in New York.
Yeah, for sure. So it's your boy King. You can find me on This Is King. So that's This Is KVNG on everything: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. Just hit me up.
And guys, this is Black Hollywood's Next. I'm your host, Rhelin T. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Rhelin T. And don't forget to follow all things Black Hollywood Live at BHL Online. And I will see you next week. Bye.
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content, and be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.